Welcome back to Studio 10. It's good to have you here this morning. Now, you have the chance to learn important skills that could save someone's life. Mobile County EMS is offering hands-free CPR and stroke awareness classes. Very important information. And this morning, we have Corey Hughes. He's an emergency medical technician, and Sheila Ross, who is the stroke coordinator at Mobile Infirmary here. And they're going to show you a quick demonstration. But first, we're going to talk about these classes that are open to you, happening this weekend, this Saturday. First of all, this is something that's very important for everyone, right?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
So you encourage families to go out?
Yes, ma'am. What we're going to teach is very, very simple. Anyone can do it from 9 to however old you are. Very simple steps in emergency. You don't want to have to think about it. So what we're going to be teaching is hands-only CPR, rather. I did it too.
It's easy to hands-free and hands-only.
Stroke awareness, which is something that's very, very time critical.
Sure.
We're going to be teaching about the Hug a Tree program, which is a program intended for young children to teach them what happens if they get lost in the woods, what they should do so that they're easier to find and they don't get themselves hurt while we're looking for them.
Now, strokes, you see these commercials, I'm sure they're on all the time, about how important it is, as you just mentioned, to make sure that you catch someone who's having a stroke in the early stages. And that's because this can be something that's life-threatening or could potentially damage their body and organs for the rest of their lives, right?
Correct.
So how do you recognize a stroke?
Well, it's very important that we teach the community the simple signs and to do a quick little test. And our main objective at the infirmary is to reach out to the community and provide support, educational materials and speakers at these kind of events. So the acronym is FACE. It's FAST, and it's face,
okay,
arm, speech, and time. Time is of essence. And the main thing is, if you think you're having a stroke, you know, sudden onset of weakness, tingling, one sign, you call 911 and you get to the hospital. It's important that you have 911 on board because strokes can go bad very quickly, and you want someone there that can intervene for you, get you in the door quickly, get you there safe. Mm-hmm. And you don't want to put anyone else in jeopardy being worried about your loved one and trying to get him to the hospital. So.
Sure. So typically, how long do you have? Because I know there's so many times you have people that may say, oh, well, you know, it's maybe just something that is going to go away. But you mentioned tingling in the limbs.
Tingling on the face, tingling on one side of your body. It could be an arm and a leg. It can be an arm. And it can be numbness. It can be weakness. It can be total flaccid. You know, you can't move it at all. It's usually on one side of the body, and it's usually a sudden onset.
Okay.
We have a 3-hour window of treatment for an IV therapeutic drug that can actually stop the effects of a stroke or reverse them completely.
Wow.
So that's why it's so important that you get there quickly. But at the infirmary, we have interventional radiologist. Mm-hmm. So we have actually a 6-hour window that we can treat, but you want the less invasive.
Sure. So you want to catch it, again, as quickly as possible. So you'll be able to learn more information about the signs of someone having a stroke and what to do this weekend at the classes. Also, we mentioned CPR.
CPR. The CPR we're going to teach this weekend is going to be hands-only CPR. Okay, and this is intended for adults and teenagers, specifically targeted for a witnessed cardiac arrest. Okay, this is someone you see fall down, and the first step is that we're going to just call 911. Please, no one call 911.
If you see someone who needs CPR.
So, the first thing we'll do is we'll have someone call 911. Okay, there are friends in this. Okay, they can help talk us through it. But in the meantime, we're going to go ahead and we're going to get right on top of this, and we're going to immediately get them on their back. Okay. And we're going to just get there right there in the center of their sternum. We're going to take one hand, put it over the other hand, and we're just going to push hard and fast. We're aiming for 100 times per minute. And if you sing to yourself, which you'll get out of breath quickly, Staying Alive, the 70s disco show. It has a good beat for it. There's some other ones, but that's the idea. 100 times per minute, hard and fast, after we call 911. Now, the 911 operators are all trained to help us get through this. And after so long, they may ask us to do something else. But in the beginning, this is exactly what they're going to have us do. So if you come out this weekend, you're going to get your hands on the dummies. You're going to understand how much pressure there's actually there in the chest wall. You won't be as afraid. A big hang up with people doing CPR is they're afraid they're going to hurt somebody. They're afraid they're going to get it wrong. They don't want to put their hand or their mouth on someone else's mouth. So this can help, okay? This can double their chance of survival, or even triple, depending on their statistics, you know.
Good information.
So the idea behind it is nice and simple. You won't forget it. It's real easy, just hard and fast. After you call 911.
100 times a minute. So if you get a song, Staying Alive or whatever song, 1 minute, that's what you need to do.
And we're just going to do this until somebody comes and takes over for us.
Okay.
And we've got lots of firemen, lots of EMTs that are going to be coming towards you to help you.
And you mentioned that as far as the pressure, you never know how much is too much, how much is not enough, and that's something that you can learn this weekend at the classes.
Absolutely.
Now, where are the classes going to be held?
10101 Moffett Road. It's in Sims. It's going to be right there at Snow Road. If you'll see a helicopter out back, an ambulance out front, lots of stuff, hopefully lots of people.
Okay, and that's from 9 until 4. So things that could save your life, someone else's life, 9 to 4 this Saturday. Thank you both for being here. Some wonderful information.
Thank you.